Good afternoon, everybody. Uneducated Economist here. So I was just reading some articles coming out about how these mills over in British Columbia will be shutting down temporarily, and they're stating that it's low lumber prices as the main reason for this. And this makes a lot of sense because if you look back about a year ago, May of 2018, lumber prices were at $625 per thousand board feet. And if you're not familiar with how that's priced out, a board foot is 144 cubic inches based on a 2x4 standing and better lumber, however you want to figure that out. So May of 2018, 625 per thousand. Right now, well, at least a couple of days ago, it hit 313 per thousand, a 50% drop. And so right after these mills announced that they were going to be closing down temporarily because of these low prices, the price of lumber jumped up 10%, went from 313 to 343 in the course of a couple of days. So this makes a lot of sense when you think all the way back to 2015, it had reached a low of, gosh, I want to say it was like 250 per thousand. And since then, it's been a nonstop steady rise in the price of lumber. For 3 straight years, lumber mills could pretty much not lose. It was just a nonstop straight run until it hit May of 2018. And then since then, it has dropped significantly. And what ends up happening is that when you have this steady run and you reach up and you pass your all-time high and you start making all kinds of money, what do you do with the profits? You start expanding your business, you pay your employees more, you give out a bunch of bonuses. Well, what ended up happening when we have this pullback is we pull back to 300 per thousand. Now, 300 per thousand really is pretty average considering the last 10 years what prices have been. But right after this major run-up, you just don't make as much money anymore because you overextended yourself. I've experienced this several times with 2 different lumber yards. What ends up happening, for example, is like last year I would sell 100 2x4s. I work at a lumber yard, for those of you who don't know. Last year I would sell 100 2x4s for $428. This year I'd only get 298. I could sell more 2x4s and still not make as much money right now as I could last year. So the same thing kind of trickles down the line, or up the line, really. The wholesalers, the mills, the loggers, anybody who's involved with touching this commodity is having to work harder for less. And you can really see it taking place now with these mills shutting down, because British Columbia isn't the only one. One of our viewers, DB Stupid, he said that he knows of some mills up there in Alaska that has recently shut down, and there was one here in my area, Coos Bay, that has announced that they are shutting down. So the lumber mills are starting to shut down due to these low prices, but they're not really that low when you look historically average. They are only low to the mills because over the last 3 years, they have had a nonstop steady rise in their commodity, making every year better than the previous. Until this year, this is the first significant pullback they've had to deal with, and it's not working out too well for them. So anyway, I'll leave some links down there in the descriptions for you guys. I know there's a lot that we can talk about on this one. Talk to you later.